In today's conversation, let's talk about wireframing and how important wireframing is. If you've been asked to design a website, one of the most time-intensive processes is the design process. You will come up with several concepts, you will work those concepts out, you'll go through several revision cycles. And using Sketch or using Photoshop, as great an application as they both are, it's time intensive, it takes time, you need to make sure everything looks good, etc. So wireframing allows you to put a step before the design process where you can use a really simple tool. You can still use Sketch or Photoshop, or you could even use something like the Draw application on Google Drive. And essentially you can lay out boxes everywhere and you can say where information is going to go. You can lay out the entire structure of the website in as little or as much detail as you need so that the client can understand how the journey of the website is going to work, where the navigation is going to go, where the call to actions are going to go, where the videos will be, where relevant information and contact forms will be, what the structure of the footer will be. And all of that can be done simply, easily, and quickly. Obviously, your client needs to understand that this is a wireframe. This is essentially a drawing, a sketch of what is going to happen in the design. But this is a hell of a lot more quicker than trying to make the design straight away, trying to make this beautiful picture. So what we'll do is we'll go through the wireframing process. We'll ensure that we have that tested as well by the client. So maybe we'll create a PowerPoint, or we'll use one of the wireframing applications down in the links below. And the client can actually click through as well and test the journey of the wireframe, ensure that they're happy with the placement of buttons, the placement of text, etc. And you can also pay for people to do some user experience testing with your wireframes as well. Again, I'll pop a link to a couple of services in the show notes below. Once we've done that and the client has signed off the wireframes, we now know the structure, we know the layout, and we can then pass that over to the design studio where they will follow that guideline, the wireframe, and they will then start to create the actual beautiful design with everything positioned that was signed off from the wireframe. So that allows us to quickly get into the design, and we're not then having to move stuff around in Photoshop again, which is just super time intensive. So if you're not wireframing, check the notes below for a few tools that you can use. There are no affiliate links, so go ahead, check them out. If you use any particular wireframing applications that I've not covered, then share them in the notes below. And if you are not part of the Facebook group, head on over to wpinnovator.com/group. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, well, give us a thumbs down if you want. Let's see. And don't forget to subscribe.